Well, the weather's changing a little bit, anyways. Up down, down here in Florida. Pablo, honey. Pablo, please come to Florida. And last night I was kind of feeling a little something on my lip. Right over here. Like what? Is that a little cold sore for me? Come on, I just had one from the freaking dentist. Remember that a few months ago? Cranking on my tooth, trying to extract my tooth. Now that was this side though. What was that? Did he do a number on me after that? Ooh. And I'm like, wait a minute, what's this? So I think I'm gonna head to Walgreens or somewhere, one of these little stores, and get some of that cream. One of my friends was like, "Oh, you need to get this stuff; it'll go away really fast." And maybe someone else that said, "Oh, get this on Amazon," one of you guys or something. I don't know. And whatever it was, I went. Either I went to the store and got it, or I went on Amazon. I got the stuff in, kind of towards the end of the thing going away, anyways. And I don't know if it helped or not. It was a little late, but nonetheless, I went and got it. I'm looking in the bathroom, looking next to my dresser, the little side thing, end table, whatever the hell it is, nightstand. I'm like, I know we had some, maybe. Did I throw it away? Why would I throw it away, that fast? So I shall stop and get some. Taking the side-by-side to Polaris, over to that place I always tell you about, one of the power sports stores. I just got really one more thing I want to get done to this thing. You get something, you want to make it right. You want to make it exactly how I want it, And it's just, it's pretty much there. I did get a rear window the other day. And I've also started to learn here, which is a good thing I didn't have to, learn by mistake. It was more like, let me just try this right off the bat, see how it works out. You get the original equipment manufacturer accessories and add-ons. You start going with some of the jabroni aftermarket add-ons, well, you might have problems and it doesn't quite fit, it's supposed to be easy, it doesn't, So I got the back window, it just slid right in there. Push it in, put the bottom first, push it in, 2 knobs on the inside, you just click one, click the other, boom, it stays, done deal. That's it. And I got that snorkel kit done. Again, I don't want to get caught in something on accident. Oh shit, I'm too deep. Oh, well, there goes your motor. Brand new vehicle, So I said, to hell with that. I got to get a little snorkel kit. Not that I plan on taking it mudding and tearing my thing up. I don't like doing that. But I've noticed it's a little louder as I'm driving. You can hear that thing sucking. You hear that turbo, or I don't know if it's turbocharged or supercharged. I'm not even sure. It's something. It's definitely got boost. You can hear it winding. But, and you can hear it sucking a bit louder. So I'm like, well, if I got people in the back seat, probably, whoever's in the middle is going to be right behind them. Not to mention that you're out when it's cold. That back window helps quite a bit from what I heard. Long story short, I got it. Pleased with it, but the I think A-arms under the suspension, the tires, what hold the wheels on, there's an upper and a lower, both front and back, left and right, front and back. And that I did get an aftermarket kit, but I got it from a company, I think it was called Super ATV or something. It's one of the ones, or was it High Lifter? Maybe it was High Lifter, I don't remember. I've actually got the box in the back of the trunk, but I can't see it. But it's supposed to be a good brand. And instead of the straight angled like A-arms on the bottom that come with these things, these are more like they go out a ways and then they come down at the last minute. So it gives you a little more clearance, wider clearance, in case you're going over something. Oh shoot, something was sticking up, a rock or something. Oh man, I just hit my lower A-arm and I just bent the damn thing. You don't want that. So that's where I'm taking the old girl. And while I was at it, they make these little dash or ceiling lights, like your car typically has, except they don't come that way. So well, while I got it there, I bought all the stuff. I'll just let them install it. You got to make it right. after this, I don't think there's anything else I need or want. And you know, with it, I'll be satisfied, ready to go, do a little treasure hunting or something, you know. Although it's getting a little late in the year, it's going to be cold if I even thought about going somewhere. So, you know, it may be freaking springtime before I can really schedule something and try to go and try to find something and all that, and you know my whole story. But on to a little crypto news, and that would be Tezos, the Cliff Highs mystery coin. Tezos. And Tezos, if you recall, his would have been around July of last year-ish. He says, you know, I'm getting, and keep in mind though, we're also talking about a time when his web bot was on fire with accuracy. And it said, there is going to be some coin, one of these coins that ICO'd. The data's not giving me a name, but the data is telling me, he told me and Vix, that there's going to be a problem, like management or the partnership's going to fall apart, there's going to be a fight, something like that. It's going to make news. It's going to be a pretty big deal. You're going to hear about it. And that's one of the key things. The other thing we have to wait for is that, probably due to the news, it's going to tank below its ICO price. And that is when we all want to get in, because if we wait a couple years after all this happens, according to the data in his web bot, this would be one of those coins that was freaking great price-wise in the future. But you're going to have to wait a couple years out. So we thought, you know, maybe it was this one, maybe it was EOS, I think at one point. Was it this other one? We had a couple, like a second and a third place coin that just fit, especially the second one, which I think was EOS, kind of fit the bill a little bit. But he says, you know, it's, for me to feel like okay, this could be it, this is like, I think this might be it, I need to see like 38% of this data filled by that coin. And this one in particular is only, I forget the number now, but it was like, it's only 18% or something. 18 in life, you got it. 18 in life, you know. So we need 38, at least, minimal. And he said this should happen around, you know, September or June, July, or no, August. I want to say August. And, you know, he's saying it in July. It should happen anytime now, maybe next month. Next month comes, we don't hear anything. The month after that actually comes, nothing again. Scratching our heads, oh, I wonder what it was, you know, did it happen? Did you just miss it? Then the next month comes, and then the Tezos blow up happens. And all of a sudden, then the lawyers are involved, and this and that. He's like, man, it has just filled a ton of that data. It's now at 68 or something percent. So he says, I feel comfortable saying that I believe it's Tezos. Now, having said that, everybody, he still could be wrong. You know, invest at your own risk. This is not investment advice. It's a web bot report, for God's sakes. But I thank that web bot report for getting me a wonderful house last year, down payment, with $5,000 that turned into nearly $100,000, $97,000 to be exact. But Tezos had already gone below. They accepted Ethereum and Bitcoin during the ICO. And in Bitcoin terms, it had already tanked below the ICO price about a month ago or so, by the way. From right now, about a month ago. So, the US dollar price on CoinMarketCap, which gives you the dollar price, it never got to 68 cents, which somebody told me, because I didn't know it for sure, that roughly 68 cents was the ICO price. I don't know if that's true or not. Maybe some of you will know for sure. But sounds legit, so we'll go with it, right? It had been $1.40, $1.20. Oh, here it goes, guys. It's going up, back up, $1.30. Okay, maybe not. Hey, guys, watch that. Let me know, you know. Joe, you seen Tezos? It just went under 68 cents. That's a big 10 for, good buddy. I did, in fact, see it. and it was 66 cents, I think, when I looked at it. Now this morning, cryptos are up a little bit. They're most all in the green. There's some actually double digits in the green. None of the main coins for the most part that we kind of follow, but there's some you'll recognize. I was just looking this morning, but since I'm recording with my phone, and I can't exactly switch over, and especially while I'm driving, you just have to take my word for it. One of the, you'd recognize several of them, but not ones you really talk about too much. But that's crypto. Sometimes, you try to get in there now, you're gonna be chasing, you're gonna be FOMO and chasing these things up. They're already up double digits now. I'm not getting any of those coins. Not that I'm ready to make a move like that anyways. Like I said, I want to watch over the next few days. Like Ben had told me, Joe, if you're gonna get ready to buy some more crypto, Litecoin, or whatever you said, I wouldn't go past the 27th. If you still haven't made your mind up, whatever the price is around the 27th, you may want to, just pull the trigger at that point. He's like, I think the rally's going to start soon after, again, within the first couple of weeks, somewhere in there of December. And so I said, okay, I appreciate that. So, yeah, yesterday, pretty much, it hit it. So I sent myself an email, hey, it's 66 cents. And, okay, well, that's 2 cents under ICO. I'll be honest, I thought we'd go quite a bit more under the ICO price based off of Cliff's initial report, I guess, but it did in fact go under the ICO price. So therefore it has happened. It has happened. Not only the Bitcoin price in Bitcoin terms, which happened over a month ago, but now absolute US dollar terms, it went under. So, yes, listen to me carefully, and if means maybe, could happen, may not happen. If this is the coin, it's Tezos, T-E-Z-O-S. It can be purchased for dollars, by the way, or Bitcoin on Kraken Exchange. The Kraken Exchange. K-R-A-K-E-N. Kraken. They do accept US dollars. You can set your bank account up, do the whole 9 yards. I think you can do a debit card as well, if I recall. And you can get it that way if you want. So the other thing is you're going to be hodling this sucker for at least a couple years. And I say at least because, again, what if the web bot's wrong, the timing's off, So be prepared to hodl for 2 years from today. Meaning, Joe, 2020? Correct. We're in 2018, 2019, 2020, and we are in November, so roughly November, December, whatever, somewhere around there, of 2020. And that, again, assumes it's spot on 365 days later. What if it's 2 years and 2 months? What if it's 2 years and 3 months? What if it's 2 years and a week, right? Point being, you would never do that with your other investments, 401ks, well, if my stocks, my tech stocks aren't back up by this time frame in this week, I'm gonna, no you're not. No you're not. Let me give you that nonsense. No you're not. And I know everyone's all in the dumps about, crypto market right now. Where else would you be putting your money in right now that's doing phenomenal? Nowhere. Stock market's a bloodbath. Bank stocks, horrible. Worse than terrible. Like, I'd rather be in control of my own money playing this game than doing anything else. It's new, it's still exciting, even though, it can be gut-wrenching, the knockoff, drop-offs. But this is crypto. And this is not something that hasn't happened before, by the way, as you've seen a bunch of times. So all I'm going to tell you right now and end this video is we see a rally here shortly. And I'm not talking like, oh, it's going to go back over the all-time high market cap. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying we see a rally like what Ben and the remote viewers are basically, when I understand, confirmed last night. Dick Algire's team, the boys, as I like to call them. Dem boys. He gave a quick update. I'll tell you it's positive. But he said that we just got off a 2.5-hour call with everybody. Like, we got to put this together. Give us a day or so. We're going to try to get this out as fast as possible. However, summary, good news. Okay, great. And he goes over from what I understand, the time frame and everything else. But again, that's private, paid information. They got to pay a lot of people, a lot of reviewers. They're trying to give them a little side cash. You know what I'm saying? that kind of thing. So but I understand people are so in the dumps right now, and let me just give you a little glimmer of hope. So if this glimmer of hope pans out, okay, if it pans out, everybody right now, I want you to think for yourself, not like somebody like you just think about this yourself when I say this. If you see a rally, Bitcoin, which means the rest of the market's going to pump too, but Bitcoin goes over 10, 12, whatever $1,000, like in a month or less. Again, I'm going with Ben Matrix time frame here, all right? What are you gonna think? Oh, the manipulators, they've got control, they're gonna do it. Or are you gonna say, wait a minute? Now that really wasn't supposed to happen right now, because we've been waiting, we're in fall time frame, psychics, web bots, viewer, all this stuff, viewers, wow, then it just happened. All of a sudden, I'll tell you what you're gonna say. Your brain's gonna say, wow, manipulation or not, these cycles happen, and even if there's manipulation involved, the cycles still happen. So that means they don't have the control that they thought they had, which means Michelle White had told us that. And I think I kept trying to think of Sharon Michelle, both of them said it, whatever. They don't have the control that they would like. Maybe it was Sharon, I don't know. Anyways, they don't have the control that they would like. They do have some control. And I'm gonna tell you something she said in one of her posts recently on her Patreon channel. And she said it was a really good analogy, but it was what she was shown, she says, by her guides. And she said, think of this manipulation, these people that are moving this market around, as a nice big tree. The tree has already been chopped down, but there's a nice sized stump sticking out, and it's still in the ground with all the roots. And her guides, if you will, are trying to influence, work on, whatever you want to call it, getting the rest of this tree taken care of. Now at least the big part's been knocked over, but they're still in the ground. The trunk is there, the roots are there, and as soon as that stuff gets taken out, which should be easier, we ought to be on to some much better times. That was kind of an analogy she used, and actually I liked it. But she said that was the vision she got, so she's using as an analogy, but it's also what she got. So you know me, I'm a woo-woo kind of guy. I don't care what other people think. I know everyone. I see again your comments. Don't even waste the power, the energy it takes you to do this with your fingers and type to me during this sell-off stuff. That you're wasting your time. I already know. I live it. I see it. I breathe it every day. But this is what happens when someone's portfolio is making them want to puke. Which means the Wall Street cheat sheet. You go back to some of my videos from months ago. I'm like, okay, I think we might be here, but if we're here, then that means this part of the cycle's here. But guys, if we are, Bitcoin actually hasn't gone down to the lower part. Like the final kill shot of the, depression mode cycle, it's got to go lower than the other lows. And we have two dips in the cycle in the chart, which were this price. I showed you Litecoin as well, which means we got to go much lower, guys. But the cycles aren't always exactly identical every time. So maybe this is there. I'm going to try to give you some ideas and thoughts. Oh, maybe we did hit the bottom there. Okay. And then we have what happened over the last several days. So the next question is, do you really think in any and all markets that it is just a normal phenomenon by, Mother Earth, that these cycles, the Wall Street cheat sheet cycle, the psychology of a market cycle, just happens to play out every time? Or are there people and big money out there that knows this, and that's their tool to get you to sell off so that they can buy in cheaper? Therefore, they make it look roughly the same each time. Because it's a process. Step one, make this big, incredible run up, get you all excited, then take the air out of you, make you think it's coming back. No, it's not. You're still buying a little bit. You're buying some more because you think it's coming back. No, it's not. then we hit them hard at the end and make you think that was the dumbest decision of my life. I'm an idiot. I can't believe I did that. And it's telling you in the cheat sheet, this is the thoughts you're going to have. And you're having those thoughts right now. And yet there are some people out there who said, I've just had enough. I'm throwing in the towel. I can't take it. Hey, to each his own. I'm hodling. I'm ready to pull the freaking trigger on some more Litecoin. Is it going to be today? Is it going to be tomorrow? I don't know. But I feel like I'm getting close. Take care.